Iziyah. So since he was young, he'd always been sick, and we'd been to the doctor every fortnight with coughs and colds, and so they did some tests, and that's when they diagnosed him with chronic granulomatous disease. The body can't fight bacteria or fungus. So we went from Iziyah being a child who was constantly sick, and then all of a sudden having this diagnosis of a rare immune disease. Because he was diagnosed so young, they said bone marrow was the transplant was the way to go. We were admitted 10 days before the transplant to have the chemo, building up to wipe out his whole immune system. Chemotherapy is a drug that is given through a central line, so Iziyah had a Hickman line put in before we got admitted. It provides a clean slate for the new bone marrow to take over. The bone marrow transplant is a cure for this disease, but it's the unknown things that happen afterwards that has been the hardest thing for us. And Iziyah's had quite a bad run with chronic graft versus host disease, which started last year, which has affected his gut and his skin pigmentation. So people might think that a bone marrow transplant is a big procedure or maybe an operation, but really it's just a very simple thing that it's just like having a blood transfusion. So if you're having to go through a bone marrow transplant, don't worry, it's not as invasive or traumatic as it might sound. One thing I definitely recommend to a parent with a sick child is to communicate with other parents, because they understand it on the same level as you do, and it's a big support. There's going to be a lot of time spent in hospital, whether it'll be on the ward or in clinic, because especially after transplant, we are in clinic 2-3 times a week for blood tests and to see the doctor and make sure everything's going as it should be. We got tied in with the Leukemia and Blood Foundation, and they've been absolutely wonderful since day one, and the amount of support they've given us is just amazing. Definitely get in touch and don't turn any help down that you get offered, because you'll find that you really do need it. Even if you don't think you do, you really do need it.